to
I
ask.
guess we got to break down what's a dog walk. Because to me, a dog walk is you just destroying them the whole game.
That's what Denny Avdia did to to Dylan Brooks. Talking about I'm the best defender in the NBA, talking all that barking, all that woof.
But that
Denny
wasn't
was at his chest.
That wasn't a
and one to the cup.
Yeah, but
and
that wasn't
one.
about that
Slow
wasn't
step.
Y'all see what I mean by how they be glazing them? y'all get it. But a belt to ass is like not a close game. That was a close game.
Dog walk. That's what you're trying to figure.
Yeah.
That wasn't a dog walk. That wasn't a dog walk. Like you said in the beginning of the pod, it was a good
game.
It was a real good game.
This is what I will say.
It was a good game to where it was quiet in the chat for a minute until they pulled it off. Then it went crazy.
Bro, you was ducking the fade. You ran out. We was watching the game. We was watching the game together. Dipped out at halftime, then he wouldn't answer the field. Hey, I FaceTimed him 3 times after the ball because I was on his head. 40 ball, Denny. I'm with the homies we was watching the game with, and I'm like, where can it go? Oh, we need to FaceTime him. He texts real quick, I'm on the phone with Babe.
Hey, I was on the phone with a vibe. But listen though.
Hey.
Listen.
All that
you use the wrong words at the wrong time, bro. I'm never ducking no fade. Let's get that clear.
Oh, you was ducking the fade. What do you call it then?
I call it not answering a call when it was already cricket. First of all, before the call, I already gave the chat props. I gave Portland A props. This a dope game. He balling. He for sure all-star. I gave him his props. You were like,
you were in the chat saying that.
Hold on. That's what I said.
Don't give me a finger. What do you think this is? I ain't even confused. Do I look like Princess Anne?
Hold on. You was in the chats. Crickets. Matter of fact, the 2 non-Blazer fans was communicating back and forth in the chat, giving Denny his props.
No, I said big time win on the first game against the Clippers.
All right. You did. Yeah, you did. But I'm saying though, man, it comes to a point where you just got to be honest.
And
like, it was crickets in that chat for me.
And you are forgetting.
I was in bed. That's why I wasn't.
Bro, he look Zoom. This dude is forgetting. We were watching the game live, and he was like, "Oh, Jalen Green. Oh, Dylan Brooks. Oh, let's go Phoenix. Let's go Phoenix."
Go back to the last pod though. I said I wanted y'all to win. I said it might be hard with Booker, but I still gave y'all that. Then I recanted that and took it back when y'all started giving me shit about the Lakers. Oh, y'all done. Y'all gonna get swept. It's over with. So other than that, I'm happy y'all won. But just don't sit here and say belt the ass though, because y'all didn't belt the ass Phoenix.
We did. We put it through.
Oh my God.
We put it through.
We got the dub. It don't really matter.
That's it. Y'all got the dub. Really, I like the way your brain process.
No,
I got the dub.
I'm gonna keep it level-headed, man.
Yeah.
But I will say all of the commentators, all the media, they was glazing D-Book. Glazing him.
The same way y'all glazed
scored 29 a game.
I was so happy to turn on ESPN the next day and see Denny get some flowers, though. The Blazers get some love, man. They was on First Take. They was on the McAfee show, and they was all talking about this dude, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good look for the city, especially after the jail Blazers.
Okay, we jumping right into that.
Segue into that. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna speak my piece about it. I'm from the city, born and raised, right?
Yeah.
And that was some of the most entertaining Blazers basketball that I've ever seen in my life. Now, mind you, I wasn't there in the 77 when we won it and all that shit.
When?
The 77.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got one of them things, though.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then all the media and like people who they were like, the interviews they put into it were just trash. They were just talking trash about the Blazers, man. I was a kid. I was going out there hype. I was going to the mall to see if I could run into Sheed. I was buying the Sheeds. I was doing all that. I didn't care if he was smoking
Air Force
weed.
Ones,
the Air Force Ones, yeah, with the swoosh. Yeah. I remember Fat Joe on Cribs pulled out a pair. That was a good. I felt bad too. I felt bad for some of them guys.
No, and I gotta say, I said it to y'all earlier. I gotta give an apology to Damon Stoudemire because I never understood, man. I grew up hooping at Irving Park and hearing the legendary stories about Damon Stoudemire hooping at Irving Park. You know what I mean? That's where he grew up at, like in the city. And I'm like, man, why does dude never come back to the city? He never give back. And then I watched that documentary and the way his home city rolled on him and turned on him. I wouldn't come back neither. You don't even feel welcome in his home no more. They really rolled on him. And I remember when Damon was hooping, I was a kid, that whole Mighty Mouse vibe. He had Mighty Mouse tattooed on his arm. And like for a smaller kid, you could look at that and be like, he was dropping 50 balls. Yeah. He was nice, bro. Yeah. And just that whole documentary opened my eyes to it. If you haven't watched it, it's the Untold Stories on Netflix. The Jailblazers documentary just dropped last week. We all watched it, man. It was good. And I mean, it wasn't the dude. The GM said it at the end. There's only 3 teams in NBA history that have a monarch: the Showtime Lakers, the Bad Boy Pistons, and the Jailblazers. You don't get a monarch in this league unless you's about something. And we had the Lakers on the ropes.
Yeah.
I mean, you said that like
Yeah,
we had in that series, we had them on the ropes. And that was widely considered one of the greatest teams of all time, the Shaq and Kobe Lakers.
Mhm.
And we was right there with them. You know
How
what I
that
mean?
shit opened up a wound watching that because I remember that
Mhm.
game and then watching it again and then
14 straight.
14 shots
Oh.
over and over and over. And I
Champ was over there like this.
yeah, this is when we time.
But not only that though, like y'all was up in the series though, 3-1 though.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like it was like, yeah, no, we had to fight for that. You know what I'm saying? We fought for it. I mean, you miss shots though. You get cold in the NBA. The NBA is about
14 straight is crazy
It's
though.
about runs.
I know, but 14 straight is crazy.
Up 3-1 is crazy.
There was some good looks. Yeah, up 3-1, crazy too. Like,
That should have been
Yeah.
us, man. Should have been
Yeah.
us. I'll say this too, like the Blazer development, like for the company as a whole, and I have some like sources, but they haven't ever like brought back past players, and like put them back into the team. I mean, you might have a little bit of Terry Porter, like a little bit, but Clyde, Dame, any of the greats, Bill Walton, sure, because that was like about it.
I
but
know we're not that far removed, but even B. Roy.
even be right,
Yeah, but the
player
thing-
development.
yeah, but the thing about it is though, it's the players, the way they was getting treated. That's why they ain't came back.
But she didn't even go to the,
No.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They did the honoring. I thought that was dope. Damon got to speak. Bonzi came back. And Bonzi really, like Bonzi said it at the end. I like Bonzi. He was one of my favorite Blazers, bro. And Bonzi could hoop for real. And that tarnished his career. Like, she was still able to go get a championship. I can't remember what Damon did afterwards. It kind of took a hit on his career. But Bonzi's career was pretty much done after that.
Yeah.
It made me realize though why Portland never got other All-Stars to come here though.
Yeah.
Because the league, players in the league saw how they was treated and probably was just like, nah, I'm good. I don't want nothing to do with Portland.
No.
You know?
Scotty was the last free agent that actually was like interested in coming to Portland.
Well, he sold it to him though too though.
He did.
Like, hey, you can get this without Phil.
He's just sales.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was a good pitch though.
But it's just
And,
like
and y'all had a shot though. Y'all really had a shot.
And they didn't even talk about in the doc Sabonis. They really say if Sabonis had come here 10 years prior when we drafted him,
Yeah.
it would have been Jokic before Jokic. That's how good
Yeah.
Sabonis was. Arvidas, we talking about Arvidas. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, he was that good. Like, by the time he got here, both his knees were already shot. They didn't talk about Jermaine O'Neal in the doc. And Scotty, when Scotty was here, Scotty said he watched the young Jermaine O'Neal in practice, and he told the front office, that's the best player you got. Ahead of Sheed, ahead of all them dudes. Like, he's going to be the one. And then the front office didn't listen. They shipped him out, and look what he became.
Well, since we talking about the Portland Trail Blazers, let's talk about this first round matchup y'all got. My honest take on it, if y'all beat San Antonio, that's going to give y'all so much confidence. Y'all might got a chance at the chip.
I love it, man.
At least going out the West, I ain't going to lie. Because y'all really, when y'all healthy, I'm getting chill bumps. Really, when y'all healthy, y'all give everybody a problem.
We
To be
match up
honest.
well with.
Yeah, but if
But
everybody show
I'm
up,
tell you, bro. I'm gonna tell you what's going on right now upstairs. It's steamrolling Phoenix in the first half, as they've been doing to everyone. They are just good, bro. It's gonna take something legendary to beat them, like a Jokic, just crazy series. An MVP level player. SGA is not even shooting the ball well right now. He's struggling, and they're up 30 at the half.
well, benches win championships, man.
They are deep, bro.
Yeah, they deep, yeah. I still think it'd be good to watch everybody get upset. Y'all come back from the play-in, be the first to do it. Then y'all do it without Dame. Like, oh, who y'all say, y'all boy? Y'all can say it together. Y'all normally
40
ball,
Denny.
Denny, Shaden Sharp,
That's nasty work.
hooping.
I mean, I probably get, comments, but I think that we actually got a shot at beating them. A better shot at beating the Spurs than we do beating OKC if we had to play it in the first round.
Facts.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah,
that
yeah.
seven that Phoenix game was big. That
It's
was
not going to be a sweep either. We're not going to get swept. We're going to get it. If we lose, we're going to get at least a couple and take it to 6. I think we take it to 6. I think we get a dub at home, and then if we can get a dub this first game,
I see y'all beating San Antonio.
San Antonio's good now.
they're good.
Yeah, I know.
They're
I
good
still
now.
see y'all beating them though.
It's not just Wemby, it's Castle, it's Keldon Johnson,
Yeah, Castle, my boy.
L. They're a good team, man.
They got a nice little
But
squad.
the thing is like this is too. The thing that scares me about OKC, right? They won the title. They have the experience. They have the leadership. You know what I mean? That whole team's been together. The thing with San Antonio is they're a young team. This is their first time. They are really good, but we're a young team too. And young teams don't really get. They have like this arrogance to them, you know, because they've
Yeah.
never been there before. They don't really understand the moment. So sometimes it can go either way.
Yeah, but y'all got a vet out there that's on the floor that got a championship though. That is gonna keep everybody composed though.
Yeah, Drew.
True.
He been
I
there.
think that's gonna be the difference maker.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna need to lean on him for sure.